Hi guys, this is Damusca. How you doing? How you doing? Okay, so if there's any question I've been asked the most is, what's the meaning of Damusca? Who's Damusca? How did you come to be? So on today's episode of Keeping Promises, I'm going to tell you guys the story behind Damusca, the meaning of Damusca. So, I was in GSS 3. I had this best friend then. She was just this jolly fellow. And then both of us found out that we were being chiked by the same guy. For those people who don't know the meaning of chiked, chiked means toasted. That time that people still used to stop people on the road. Excuse me, baby. You look familiar. So we both found out that we're being toasted by the same person, and we decided to double cross the guy and, ask him. I don't even know what we did. We just did. We didn't think about the outcome. We just felt like, okay, let's double cross him first. And then we did it. She invited him to her place. He didn't know I was around. So he came, and then we're like, boom, in your face. You never thought we'd catch you. You never thought. Okay, it wasn't that dramatic, but we're like, okay, so dude, why the fuck were you, sorry, pardon my French, why were you toasting both of us? How dare you? How dare you? You didn't know we knew each other, Abby. And so this guy went on to cook up a story on the spot. I mean, I have to applaud this guy. It's not easy. It can't be easy to just, randomly blab a lie out. He said he used to get a certain message from a certain Damusca, and he thought she was me. So he was actually going to ask my friend out. Ouch. Yeah, I know. But because he thought I was the girl, the Damusca on his mail, he decided to ask me out. So, make it for no loss. May not be like saying they form, that kind of thing. Apparently he was lying. That story stuck with me. First off, I was like, who is this Damusca? What if, no, I knew it was a lie. But at the same time I was like, what if it was true? Who's this Damusca girl that goes around asking guys out? Through mail, asking guys out. Like, when you grow up in the kind of society where you're already told that it's a guy that does the asking out, hearing at that age that a girl asked the guys out, I was curious. Who is this girl that asked the guy out? So honestly, the name stuck with me for a very long time. Okay, it couldn't have even been me because at the time I didn't even have an email address. Yeah, so apparently Damusca was another chick. So I think it was 2 weeks or 3 weeks later after that incident that I opened my first email address. I still remember Ike Okwara helped me open it. Shout out to Ike. How you doing, bro? How you doing? Okay, so I opened my email address and he was like, what's the name you want to use? And Damusca came to my head and I was like, okay, Damusca is already taken. I wanna get that toasting somebody feeling from this babe. And so I said, okay, I think I'll go with Damusca. And my first email address, people, was damuscazone@yahoo.com. It might have seemed like a normal thing to do, but for me it was a christening. It was baptism of some sort, like giving myself a new name, an identity that I could finally relate with. When you were first baptized, you were given a name without your consent. Nobody basically asked you, babe, which name you want. In fact, I have a story for how I think I was baptized. That's part of that video, definitely. So nobody asks you your permission, like what name do you want. You're basically given a name that your parents feel like, okay, sounds cool, and they want to give to you. So for the first time, I named myself, and I named myself Damusca. And since that day, for some reason, anytime something crazy was happening, anytime I felt some kind of way, anytime I felt like things were not in control, I'll tell myself, babe, you're Damusca. It was enough. I don't know how to explain it, but it was just enough. It was enough energy. It was enough power. It was all the power that I even needed, So, like a month after I opened my email address, somehow, I stumbled on this other person online, because then I used to go to Messenger a lot to chat up new people. So I saw this Oluchi online, and I was like, well, who is this namesake of mine? Let me check her out. So I click and I'm like, hi, and then a conversation starts and we are flowing and we are flowing and we are flowing. And then the next week, because then I used to ask my parents weekly, or yeah, it was weekly, to go browse at a cyber cafe. So the next week I got there and she was online and we just kept chatting and chatting, and then at some point I realized that she thought I was a guy. I realized she thought I was a guy. 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 Damusca does sound like a guy's name. I mean, I feel sometimes, I think that's where my whole masculine spirit comes from. So yeah, Damusca, she thought Damusca was a slick guy. She thought Damusca was the guy that was gonna hit it. I mean, foul. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to go erotical right now. Got to the point where she was sharing problems with me, and then I would, like, you know, advise her about what to do and stuff like that. I didn't know that she was getting attached, and I didn't know she thought I was a guy. And then eventually, when it actually came out, I was at that point where I was sitting at the screen and I was trying to decide what to do. And guess what I did? I went along with it. I went along with it. I was like, yeah, so you know, it was just, I don't know, I felt like it was a good friendship. I didn't want to lose it. I felt like the moment she knew I was a girl, it was gonna be over. I just felt it, and it wasn't like I actually said anything. I didn't say I was a guy. She assumed I was a guy, and I just didn't correct her, right? Did I do anything wrong? No. So yeah, it went on like that for a while until she started insisting that I come to Onitsha to see her. I had to break it to her that I was a babe, and man, she did not take it nicely. She didn't take it nicely. I've had the name Damusca since I was like, that was when I opened my email address, so like 13, 14, yeah, around that age. And I've been Damusca ever since. And I've been thinking of a good meaning for the name, because I actually googled it one time and I found that it was some I don't know, some Greek, it had some Greek origin, I don't know. I never knew like it was a real name, but I saw just one appearance of it, and since then I've not seen it again. I've not seen much about it. It's basically been, if you Google Damusca now, it's just me on Google. Go ahead, Google it. I gave it a meaning. I started giving it meaning because I felt like the name had my back through a whole lot, like has actually helped me through a whole lot, so it deserves a meaning. And my meaning so far is Lady Wisdom. I feel like Damusca in a way kind of held my hand through knowing things, through discovering things. I went into scary stuff, scary places, just because I knew like I had this alter ego that would protect me. It was crazy, but it was true, man. I just felt like nothing could touch me because I was Damusca. And yeah, so I want to call her Lady Wisdom. And one of the reasons Lady Wisdom is that since I was young, I've always asked for wisdom. That's the first thing I always ask for whenever I pray. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Always, always. Even till when I kind of stopped praying, I would still think about it. Whenever I thought about praying, I also always ask for that. And my curiosity, in some ways, has given me wisdom. So yeah, I'd like to call myself Lady Wisdom. And it's not restricted to me. Anybody can be a Damusca. Anybody can be a Damusca. Lady Wisdom is also a reference in the Bible. I actually saw it connected to explaining the books of Solomon itself, because I always seek for wisdom, and I don't care where wisdom is, in the Bible, in the Quran, in wherever it is. I'm always seeking for wisdom. So yeah, Lady Wisdom here, signing out. You know, I'm sounding like Trump now. Thanks for watching this video. Really, thank you for getting to this point at all. I mean, love you. Okay, so too much sugar, too much mushy, too much mushy. Alright, so guys, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Definitely. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. What are you waiting for? I mean, you're my friend, right? Are we friends? If we're not friends, then get the hell out. Okay, I'm just joking. Okay. Anyway, so subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you can get new videos as I post. I'm definitely not gonna stop on videos now. Yeah, they might not come as often, but I'm not stopping. Alright, thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Damusca loves you.